this is one of the great tools of modern hunting, a digital game cam. Because it's digital, I can put a big card in it, so it can take thousands of pictures before I come back and check on it. I can see every deer that's in the woods. I can follow the deer from year to year and learn to recognize them. Even the does you can recognize by the notches in their ears. So it's better to set them up on either a scrape, a live scrape during the rut that's running, which is very valuable to see what deer are around, or to set them up on a food plot. If you set them up on a trail, you usually get a picture of the deer after they've gone by, and you'll just get deer rear ends and deer butts. I put it on a couple of nails, then just bungee cord it to the tree, and then just use a stick to adjust the angle so it'll point right at my food plot. It's pointed north so that the sun rising or setting never shines in the camera, so I'm looking north, and then I put my corn right in front of it, just enough corn to hold the deer for a few minutes. This is about a 3 or 4 year old camera. It's had a long service life. They don't always, sometimes they'll just last 6 months. It just kind of depends on what you get. This is a plot that started as a scrape, and then I started feeding here, and I've kind of taken it over, even though a lot of deer check through. If the does come through, the bucks are eventually going to be around. Here's another little moultrie, not too low, not too high. Always check to make sure the camera ports, everything's clear, so they don't get too spider webby or have a bug sitting on your sensor. So it's about the height of a deer's back. This one's sitting on a couple of nails, bungee cord to the tree, got a little stick for a spacer. So unlike the other ones, I've got it set on the biggest file size it'll make and as many pictures as it can take. This one takes 3 pictures every 60 seconds and looks for a minute, and then takes another 3 pictures every time it sees movement. And I'm not really feeding, but I'm shaking out enough corn that the deer that come through here for the next few days will hold and eat right here, and I'll get their picture. I use moultries. They run about a month on 6 D-cell batteries, and this one has been watching for a couple of days. Had 174 photos on it. You know, I don't care. The more photos, the better. One reason I like moultries mostly is because they're cheap, and I've learned the operating system. I run 3 cameras, and sometimes 4, depending on when a camera dies. But it's kind of the more the merrier. The more deer you can see, kind of spaced out over your property, the better off you are. Not too high, not too low, and only about 5 yards away from where I'm going to put out the corn. So this is a moultrie running on D-cells. Again, it runs for about a month without any problem. It says it's got 120 photos just in the last 48 hours. On this camera, I actually had a black widow that set up shop behind it, so I didn't want to get involved in that. I've got plenty of trees in my deer hunting area, so usually I can find one, but if you can't, you can just put up a T-post to mount the camera on, and that does pretty well. Thanks for watching.